Welcome to Paint Ed. PCA provides painting contractors with connections they need to grow their business. To find out more and to become a member, visit pcapainted.org. Find more great content just like this on PCA Overdrive. A subscription to the platform is included with membership. For all you non-members out there, sign up for a free trial. PCA Overdrive is available on the App Store and Google Play. This episode is brought to you by Federated Insurance. This episode is brought to you by Federated Insurance, 3M, Painter Marketing Pros, and Pittsburgh Paints.
The version of you that runs on fumes for months straight is making worse bids, worse hires, worse decisions in your business. The version of you that actually disconnects for a few days, comes back sharp, comes back focused. You're not toughing it out, and you're grinding, and you're operating impaired. Welcome back to the Elite Business Advice Podcast. My name is Chris Moore, the founder of Elite Business Advisors, your host here for the podcast. Let's talk about one thing that contractors suck at. All entrepreneurs suck at. Disconnecting from their business. Research shows that you need to unplug and disassociate from time to time. We all may know that, but I wanted to make sure that I had some data and some research from some credible things to really drive my point home here. And I know what you're going to tell me. You can't do it, maybe can't afford it, which is a reality. Your business can't run without you. Maybe it's just, I can't afford to be away from my business, not even financially, just you don't feel, again, like your business can do it. I get it. But I'm not going to let you use that as an excuse any longer. Because when the research shows it, when I take my data and my feelings and I put it together, everything points you need to disconnect from your business. And so my goal is, by the end of this episode, this might be your favorite episode I've ever done. Because my goal for this entire episode is to convince you to go on vacation, actually. And so I hope you don't have a problem with that. Because I want you to understand the benefit of disconnecting, disengaging, and what it actually does for you and your business when you do that. So I hope it helps. Thanks for plugging in. This is the Elite Business Advice Podcast. So like many of the episodes that I do, so here's a fun fact. If you ever want to know where I come up with content, it's usually something happens to me or our business. It gives me a thought and I realize maybe I should do an episode on this and educate some people. Okay. And again, not educating because I've got it mastered, just sharing thoughts, real life experiences here. And so let me share where this episode's coming at you from today. All right. We went to Mexico for, I guess it was 4 days, a week. But we were in Mexico a week ago for me recording this. So 2 weeks before this gets released. I was out of the office from a Thursday through I came back the following Thursday. So literally Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was out of the office, unplugged from business. Okay. It was freaky to me. That's the longest I think I've ever went, at least since Cooper was born, in our business, just being away. I was speaking at a Sherwin-Williams event on Thursday, and then Friday morning we went to the airport, and I did have a goal that my inbox and my to-do list was both at 0 before wheels up on Friday, and I nailed it. And then one of you guys sent me an email 30 minutes into our flight, and I just laughed. I was like, I don't care at this point. I hit my goal. We're good. And so I'm coming off this from this, and it's not like, oh, look at me, we went to Mexico. No, but what I want to share with you is actually how I felt being back after literally disconnecting for a few days. And that's what I started doing this. And then I dug into some research and I started realizing things, and I was like, I need to this is an easy, great podcast episode to do, because I want you guys to understand what it actually does for you. Okay. Let me set the tone Two other just kind of real quick points here before I dive into my three main points. You guys know I like to organize things in groups of three. It's a psychological thing if you didn't know that. For you guys, not that problematic for me. Maybe it is, I don't know. But there's a psychology thing. When things are in groups of three, we understand them better. I guess maybe that's what I'm trying to say. So here's one thing I want you to know. I suck at doing vacations. I suck at unplugging from business. I suck at disconnecting. I don't do it well, okay? When Christina and I go places on vacation or we take a trip or we do something, like I spend the majority of my time traveling, working. I'll wake up in the mornings, work. She'll be getting ready. I'll check my email, catch up on a few things, okay? I've gotten better the last year because what I've realized is, and sometimes I overstress myself out the week before, but I really try to get to a point where before we leave, inbox is at zero, to-do list is at zero, everything's on autopilot. If there are little things that need done, a day while we're gone, it's like a 5-minute thing, right? Okay. But I'm not very good at unplugging and disconnecting. But here's what happens when we were in Mexico. Okay, we were with a group. There was 12 of us. We were celebrating some of our best friend, Twyla. It's her 40th birthday. Those of you guys who have been in our retreat the last couple of years, you've met Twyla. She comes, she does pictures, she gets content for us. Amazing human being. She's a godmother to our kids. And so there was a group of 12 of us. We're hanging out in the pool, just enjoying the views of the ocean, enjoying the swim up bar, just hanging out, talking, great human beings. And at one point I realized, my phone's been in the bag over at the beach chair for 3 to 4 hours. I haven't even looked at it. I don't have an Apple Watch on. I don't have anything. And what I actually realized was, I should probably check my phone in case my parents need something with our boys because they're watching our kids, right? They didn't need anything, fun fact. But here's what I realized is that being in a group on vacation, it actually kind of forced me to unplug, not for any reason. I was busy. I wasn't just sitting in a beach chair, just with nothing to do. I'm just going to check my email. Guess what happened the last couple of days? It was we're just hanging out, and I just start randomly checking my email, right? And so here's what I want to say. When you really unplug, right, I think a lot of people go on vacations, but it's like a working vacation and you don't unplug. And I think that is better than being here in the day-to-day. And I understand running a business, we have to be in touch with things. I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't at least check my email every day once while we were gone, even if it was on my phone, just to make sure there's no fires to put out, just to make sure that everything's okay. All right. I'm going to give you the grace. When I say unplug, I don't mean, ideally, don't even think about your business. Don't look at anything about your business. Look at as little as you can. But I understand you're running a business, right? I want you to make sure that there's not fires put out. You can't just leave the country and be I'm turning my phone off for 7 days. That may not work. Okay. But what I want to say about unplugging and disconnecting is that it's not running your trip. You're not getting stressed out about it. I have a mentality when I'm on vacation that anything important can, again, for the most part, wait until I get back. All right. So here's my 3 reasons why you need to disconnect and unplug from your business. Okay. Reason number 1, and these again are all studies. Reason number 1, your brain literally can't perform when it doesn't rest. Here's another fun fact for you. I suck at resting. I'm just gonna be vulnerable. I'm gonna tell you all my flaws in this episode. I suck at resting. I don't stop moving. I very rarely rest, and it's my weakness because I usually will go, and then I'll just wear myself down and I'll get sick, and then it's gonna force me to rest. I joke all the time. I knock on wood. I usually don't just kind of get sick. I either am fine, maybe have a little bit of allergies or cold or something, but I'm either fine or I'm on my deathbed. There is no in between. And you guys can joke about oh, you must have a man cold, Chris, right? You hear the jokes all the time about wives are sick and husband gets a cough and is laid up in bed for 4 days and needs me to take care of him, right? There's all the jokes you see on social media about it. I literally, there's no in between. And I think what it is it literally is that I just go, and then God goes, well, since you won't rest, I'm going to force you to rest. I'm going to force you because I'm going to give you 101 fever, and I'm going to just kill you basically for a day. and you're going to lay in bed and just watch TV. Here's what I learned last time we got sick, whenever it was. Usually when I get sick, I just try to work in bed, right? And last time I actually just shut my computer off for the day and ignored my phone and just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna rest. And I recovered so much quicker. It was crazy. All right. Here's where my research comes. Harvard Medical School and American Psychological Association both did studies that show that consistent chronic overwork leads to cognitive fatigue. So, meaning your decision making, your creativity, your problem solving degrade the longer you go without a real break. Okay, let me translate this for you. The version of you that runs on fumes for months straight is making worse bids, worse hires, worse decisions in your business than the version of you that actually disconnects for a few days, comes back sharp, comes back focused. You're not toughing it out, and you're grinding, and you're operating impaired. Does that make sense? Did that hit home yet? Am I making my point? Did you book your vacation yet? Okay. When we're just going, we will overwork ourselves. We stress ourselves out. It ruins our brains literally. Here's my two thoughts for you on this. Number one, when you do finally disconnect, if you want to have some peace of mind, use autoresponders. One of the best things I've started doing over the last couple of years is when I am out of the office, even tomorrow morning, I fly out to Cleveland to Sherwin-Williams headquarters, corporate office, for meetings. I won't be back in the office till Thursday morning. I will put up an autoresponder because it gives me the freedom to just know that anybody that emails me is just, they see it and they're not going to expect a response till Thursday. Otherwise, I feel like, oh my gosh, I need to be, polite, professional, whatever, get back to him as soon as possible. There's something about that is really powerful and freeing to me to not stress about things. If you get a lot of phone calls, set up a voicemail. Redo your voicemail. Hey, it's Chris Moore at Elite Business Advisors. I'm going to be out of the office until Thursday, blah, 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 blah. All right. Set up text responses if you need to. I haven't messed with this, but I'm pretty sure you can kind of back end hack away with some of the different focuses on iPhones. If you have an Android, I don't even know your world. Good luck. I'm mostly joking when I say that. 100% Team Apple over here for many reasons, but not the episode for that. But I'm pretty sure you can set one of the focuses like sleep or do not disturb or work or something. I think you can set it up maybe to have a text response. I know when you're driving, it can set up a text response. So there's got to be a way that you could even use that when you're on vacation or something. I'm pretty sure there has to be a way. If not, just have something, a template, copy, paste it, right? To where if somebody sends you a text, just blah, blah, blah. Hey, change their name. I'm out of the office until Thursday. As soon as I get back, I will respond and take care of, blah, 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 whatever, right? Just template 90% there, copy, paste if you need to. Okay. So have some peace of mind. The second piece, I had a thought and it went away. I'm going to come back to that. It wasn't in my outline. So when it's not in my outline, sometimes things just go because then I go off on tangents about autoresponders apparently. So now Apple's better than Android. That's a tangent well worth. All right. If I think of that, I'm going to come back to it. Point number 2. Vacation doesn't just restore you. It actually makes you more productive after. Study showed for every 10 hours, vacation hours, an employee or an owner takes, their year-end performance ratings improved by 8%. This is from, again, an actual study. I didn't cite this one when I was putting this together because I was running out of time to hurry up and record this. Here's what I want you to know. When you disconnect from your business, you come back because you get out of the day-to-day. One of the biggest curses for us as entrepreneurs is we're in the day-to-day. We're doing the estimates. We're doing the project management. We're doing the admin stuff. We're doing the people management. We're doing the financials and paying the bills and making sure we're making money and all the things we're doing. When you get away from that for 2 to 3 to 4 days, you come back seeing things in a clearer picture, a bigger picture. You're kind of almost like you're back looking at it from an overhead perspective because you get out of the day to day, right? And so when you do this, you will get a better grip on things. Not only is your brain going to be, restored and have a little bit more peace because you just disconnected and gave yourself a break, you're going to come back actually seeing things in a different light because you are going to be more productive after. You're going to be rested. You're going to be excited, okay? Number 3, here's where I think the main problem is for a lot of you guys. A lot of us. Let me just be truthful on that. Not taking vacation is a leadership and systems problem in disguise. Okay. If your business was so flawless that you could take a vacation every month, you would be doing it. Okay. And vacation can be whatever, by the way. It can be going to Mexico. It can be going to visit your kid at college. It could be taking a golf trip for the vacation can be whatever, right? I want to be very clear on that. If your business could do it, you would do it. I guarantee it. Okay. And that's okay. Because if your business can't function without you for even just say 5 to 7 days, it's not a reason to skip it. It's actually the best realization you can have. Because you may not know where to start working on things. You may not know, like, man, I know our business needs systematized. I don't really know where to start. Well, if I was going to leave for 5 days, what would I need to get in place so our business can function? It will help you identify what needs addressed to build systems, to build people, to allow your business to function without you. Okay? I want you to almost view vacation as a stress test. And if I'm being honest, sometimes it's going to force you to do things that you wouldn't normally do. And what we see more times than not with our clients, you're actually going to realize your business is better off than you thought. Right? We are our own worst critics. We're going to have limiting beliefs here. We're going to tell ourselves like, man, there's no way I can step away for 2 days. You can, right? It may not be perfect. Your business may function at 70%, but you can step away for 2 days. If you had to, like, I don't even want to think worst case scenario about anything, but if you had to step away for 2 days, your business would function without you, right? And sometimes we get so caught up in this, like, my business is dependent upon me. I am the bottleneck in my business. I had this thought. I do all of our sales calls, analysis meetings here, okay? Mexico just happened. I was gone for, again, literally a week, home for 2 days. I'm here today. I leave tomorrow for 2 days, home for 2 days. Mind you, we're moving out of our office and into our new space at some point in the next, these 3 weeks are insane. I have very limited time. I have all of my coaching calls in with the clients I still work with. My time is limited. And I started realizing, I know I'm the bottleneck here. But you know what else I realized? If somebody reaches out and wants an analysis meeting, our team can do it. Even though I do it, it's my job, it's my responsibility. If somebody reached out and I literally couldn't meet with them for 2 weeks, guess what? We would figure it out. Stuart, Ted, Matt, Sean, Charlie, they're all capable, right? So even though it may not be as ideal for one of them to do it, because I do it to then kind of figure out who on our team is going to be the best advisor for them, we'd figure it out. We'd be okay. And I started to realize, even though I am my own bottleneck on the sales side of our business, it's actually not that big of a deal, and there's a game plan in place should something happen. Should I need to step away for a week? Should I have a crazy couple of weeks and a couple of analysis calls come in, right? So we're gonna have our own limiting beliefs. We're gonna put things on ourselves that may or may not even be true. Vacation is going to force it. It's going to allow you to really stop and say, how could this happen if I needed to leave for 2 or 3 days? Shameless plug, but not really. If you're thinking of not coming to the Elite Business Retreat because you don't want to be away from your business for 3 days, maybe you should realize that there's a reason we do it during the freaking week and not on a weekend. Because I want you to realize you can be away from your business for 3 days. Your business will be fine. 80%, but you at our retreat is 120% better than you just staying home and functioning at 95%. Yeah, that maths, by the way. Okay. I have two kind of parting thoughts for you here. Number one, here's my action item for you. I want you to look at your calendar and pick at least 2 to 3 days during the work week to be gone from your business over the next 3 months. Yes, conveniently, our retreat is 3 months away from this, and it would be a perfect time for you to get away from your business because guess what? You're still going to work a little bit. But if I'm being truthful, when I put this in here in my outline, I want you to do something where you're going to disconnect, okay? Here's the other thing. Just schedule the time. Pick a time block and do it. Even if you can't leave or you shouldn't leave because maybe financially it doesn't make sense to go on vacation, or again, you've got the kids or like whatever it is, okay? Even if like leaving town isn't an option for you, make it a staycation and schedule the time off and force yourself to take the time off and do a house project. Do something. You can't tell me there's not something at your house you haven't been putting off for the last 6 to 28 months, okay? My last and my parting thought. You didn't start your business to be a slave to it. If I had to guess, you probably built it to have freedom, to do the things. And sometimes the businesses we build become the reason we don't go do the things. Whether it's because we're truthfully stuck in them or because we think we're stuck in them, okay? So get back to remembering why you're doing this. Have a healthy unplug, disconnect. Get your brain rested, get back on track, and make it a priority to take a break at some point soon and remember why you're doing this. Thanks for plugging into this week's episode. I hope you're able to take a few nuggets away from it to implement into your business. Remember, knowledge without implementation is useless. If you're curious about what we do and how we help painting contractors all over North America, schedule a free business analysis meeting with us at www.elitebusinessadvisors.com. Our entire team of advisors have ran and managed painting companies just like myself and are here to help support you on your journey. We have packages available for contractors at every stage of business, from flying solo and just starting out, all the way to multi-million-dollar businesses. And lastly, if you loved this episode, please leave us a rating and a review. It helps others on the platform find our podcast, and it could be the best blessing that's ever happened to them thanks to you. Thanks for plugging in, and we'll see you back for next week's episode.
Paint Ed podcasts are produced by the Painting Contractors Association and are made possible by members and industry partners. To find out more about the upcoming educational opportunities or for more information about joining the PCA, visit pcapainted.org.